Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Monday Madness. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here to hang out with you guys. Happy Monday. It is Monday the 20th of March, 2023. And it's my birthday week. So full disclosure, if you guys didn't know this about me already. Hi, Charlie. Thanks. Yeah, let me know if you're here. Happy spring to you too. It's actually also more importantly, probably than my birthday. It's it's the spring equinox. So happy spring, everybody. We made it. Yay. Hey, Bill. Thanks for coming in. Let me know in the comments if you're here. Let me know if you can hear me okay. But thanks, Bill. Yes, it is my birthday week. I am ridiculous about my birthday. I'm like a giddy 5-year-old child who has had too many pixie sticks and about a 20 ounce of Mountain Dew because I get so excited about the prospect of people just like, I just think it's cool how, on your birthday, people are like, oh, happy birthday. Like they don't even know you, but they wish you happiness on that day. And I love that. I think that's cool. So I always, every year, make a huge deal about my birthday. I tell everyone at work until they're like sick of hearing it. And I don't know. And that's just who I am as a person. So in celebration of my birthday week live stream, I actually have a gift for you guys. Thanks, Charlie. So are you guys ready? Please welcome Melissa Althoff. Hi!
Hey! That's right. I'm the gift. You're welcome.
You're the gift. You're the present. Surprise, everyone.
It was a surprise to me too.
Yeah, I know. I hit her up about like an hour ago. I was like, hey, what are you doing? Do you want to come on my live stream?
That's right, y'all. I got hayed.
She did get hayed. She did.
No complaints.
So I promised her, how very Maui of you. I promised her very delicious drinks if she would come on and hang out with me tonight and help me be entertaining. Because, y'all, I got to be honest with you. I got sick this weekend. I picked up a little cold or something, and it kind of wiped me the F out. It hasn't been 10 minutes yet. But yeah, it knocked me on my butt for about 2 days. And I am actually feeling better, but I was like, I'm probably a little lower energy than I normally would be. So let me find a crutch. Hey, Melissa. Please come hang out with me and make me exciting. Thanks. That would be awesome.
No problem. Full disclosure, I am not sick, but I do have spring allergies, so I just keep sniffling and it's fine.
Awesome. Yeah.
I was also up till like 2 a.m. because I get insomnia when my husband is out on a trip. So I am operating on caffeine and it's wonderful.
Yeah. Atta girl. Get it. So funny. So funny. So how are you? How are things? Happy spring to you.
Oh, spring is wonderful. It doesn't feel like it here. It's like, I think it was 50 with the sun, in the shade, it was probably 30 and way too cold for Memphis, mid-South.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I didn't swear. I remember.
Not yet. We got 6 more minutes.
Things are good. My kids are great. They're like all tucked up with their tablets because they think you are the best person. They said, tell Miss Casey she has the best show ever because now we get tablets.
Well, they're welcome from me.
They also said happy birthday.
Oh, thank them for me.
Oh,
they're such sweet kiddos. Such sweet kiddos. Oh man, yeah, kids are a trip. That's probably the understatement of the millennium, but there you have it. Because it's pretty funny. Like they can be so cool, right? Like they can be so much fun, and then there are times when you're like, "How have I not murdered you yet? Like, why are you still breathing? Like, what is this insane like self-control that I suddenly have?" Because
like I feel like I deserve like medals, awards. I haven't chucked them into the middle of the pool in the middle of winter yet. So, restraint for the win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Restraint for the win. Oh my gosh. And it's so your oldest is he's 9. 10, right? 9, yeah.
He'll be 10 in August, which is
Okay.
Really far away, but really not far away. It's kind of creepy and scary that he's going to be in double digits this year. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
how'd that
Yeah.
happen?
My youngest is 10 at the end of this month, and we are moving into the tween teen hormone
The
charge.
attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like I remember it with my oldest, and it feels like it's starting earlier now. And I am like bracing for impact because my oldest is, so for those of you who've met my oldest, she's an amazing woman now. She's 20. She's a college student and an ROTC cadet, and handling her business, living her life, doing her thing. And she's awesome, and she's responsible, and she has a job and gets good grades, and she's doing what she should be doing. She's a great girl, and I love her. I almost killed her several times between the ages of 13 and 15. Well, 13 and 16, like that whole window. I was just like, well, who are you? Like, you used to be so sweet. And now you're like this, like, and so, so that's her. And her little sister is like, has always been an order of magnitude more stubborn than Coriel.
Oh Lord.
And girl, I don't know if we're gonna make it. Like
Moira, my youngest, she's 7.
Yeah.
And she's already got that teenage attitude. I'm like, you are too young for this, because she'll bounce. She'll bounce between like talking like a teenager and then just being the sweetest little cuddly thing ever. And I'm like, my dad is laughing at me. He's 100% laughing at me and going, she's just like you.
John is throwing up the the Hunger Games thing for us right now. Yeah, man. It's, I don't know. It's so good luck to you. Good luck to me.
Right.
Here's to not going to prison for murdering our children, because holy smokes. Yeah. I might
alcohol or water or coffee, whatever the beverage of your choice is. This is why.
Because you can't like scream obscenities when you're
sometimes like I just work out, and I work out even better than I would have if I wasn't ticked off at my children.
Yeah. Mommy, why are you running 5 miles? You don't want to know. Go away.
Don't ask.
Because you can't catch me.
I'm running away from you. I mean, I'll be right back. Just give Mom a minute.
That's right. But it's beautiful, Jonna. So I guess you're welcome. I don't know.
There's a reason I go to the salon.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, the blue ain't natural. Shocker, I know. So I'm actually getting my hair done tomorrow. I'm excited. It's like a kind of a little birthday present, I guess, to myself. So, so it'll be much more blue tomorrow afternoon. But
awesome.
Yeah, a little self-care, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of which, let's talk about that. Because okay, a little bit of background. You started. Wait. Oh, hang on. We got a cool comment from Charlie. Charlie says, "I had girls in my 4-H group was come home to my voice." If that's fair. So the way I hear it, and maybe you can confirm or deny since you have both, Melissa. The way I hear it is that girls are easier as toddlers, but boys are easier as teenagers. So,
my kids, my brother and my sister, but they visited a couple weeks ago, and me and Dan, my husband, were like, man, they're behaving so well. And my siblings thought we were being sarcastic. We're like, no, for them, this is fantastic. And they're like, you're kidding. I'm like, no, my kids are high energy. I would say that's mostly true. Liam was definitely more of a handful as a toddler, just getting into everything. But I can see the shift.
Hey, Josh. We're talking about kids and how crazy they are. So, that's, I'm interested. I'll keep tabs on you as we move through this like teenagehood journey together, and you can let me know how it goes.
We'll just turn them loose at FactoryCon every year and let them terrorize the countryside again.
It was really funny at FactoryCon. Alicia had the best time just running feral with your kids and Nick Steverson's kids. And yeah, it was the feral children. You know, we joke about the feral ladies of CKP, but they were definitely like the feral children of CKP.
We're like a child gang, and they just like were all over the playground and the pedal carts. It was amazing. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, my mom is chiming in. Kids can be interesting. Ask me, I know. Hey, Mom, you want to talk about my attitude when I was a teenager? Was I terrible? You can chime in if you want to. I may or may not illuminate your comment. Anyway, so I started to segue to talk about something that I'm actually really interested in. So how long have you been writing professionally now?
About 3 years.
Okay.
I'll look at the actual date, but 3 years, give or take.
Yeah. So that's a fair amount of time to kind of figure out like what your process is and how you make it work within the larger scope of your life and stuff. And so I'm curious, and I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot because guys, I didn't give her any preparation, any questions. I was just like, come hang out. And she was like, of course, because you're awesome and I love you. And she's so pretty. Like, how pretty is Melissa? She's amazing. So anyway, so what do you do? Like for your own sort of creative self-care, what do you do to take care of that creative spark in you? What kinds of activities nurture that for you?
A lot of times for me, it's going to be walking, like just getting away from my laptop, because I will literally sit here and I try and set a goal, like 1,000 words a day. That's doable for me. Usually I'll get more. Sometimes I won't get any. It just depends on how crazy the day job is, the husband, the kids, the dogs, the life.
Yeah.
So I try and force myself to get away from the laptop. I'll do push-ups. I'll do, walk with the dog, go hiking if the weather cooperates around here and it's not super muddy.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of music. Right now I am super obsessed with Supernatural because of Marisa. She's like, you have to watch this show. And I'm like, for the plot. Oh yes, for the plot.
Yeah. Totally the plot.
Awesome. Yeah, right. I regret nothing, but honestly, like my biggest break as far as like keeping that healthy self-control with not falling too much into the writing, rabbit hole is my husband. So when Dan is home and the kids go to bed, I'm done.
Yeah.
No more writing for me. He makes me get away from the laptop. We go up to our bar. We play pool. We play darts. We, just bullshit.
Nice.
And generally like pretend that we're a loving couple and that we're not stressed out with children.
Yeah. That's good. That's really important too. I'm glad you brought that up because I think that's something that I think a lot of people struggle with, aside from like the writing community, right? Is investing in your romantic relationship with your partner, whether that's, a significant other or a husband or a wife or whatever. That stuff gets hard after, day after day after day after day of just the details. Right. So it's interesting. And I'm really glad you mentioned spending time with Dan as, within the context of self-care. That's good for you guys.
And then the flip side of the coin is like last night, he's on a trip, he's not home. And I was up till 2 a.m. because I can't, I'm a night owl by like just nature. And then I get insomnia when he's not home, and like my self-care kind of goes a little bit down the drain. But when he's home, things are a little bit more balanced. Yeah.
So that's another aspect of, another challenging aspect of your individual situation is that, I won't go into too much detail, but your husband has a job where he travels frequently for work. And so you're single momming it a lot.
Yes.
So and with a job.
All the school stuff is on me, all the homework with the kids, just trying to handle all that stuff with them, and actually have time to play with my kids and be mom versus like taskmaster, like we must do this.
Yeah.
It makes it, a little challenging. I did catch a very lucky break as far as my day job goes. Right now I'm teleworking 4 days a week.
That's nice.
It is phenomenal because it cut out the daily commute. I'm able to get, housework done like on my breaks. So it really does help a lot.
Yeah, that's really great. So a couple of comments here. I'm sorry, we're kind of jumping around, but I want to show these because it's funny. So mom says, Casey's attitude as a teen That's my attitude now. I don't want to do anything but what I want to do, and when I want to do it, and I want to do it now. That's just me, Mom. So, oh, hey, Kevin. Kevin says kids at
Space Dad.
Yeah, kids at FactorCon just being kids was great to see. You mentioned ice cream. Didn't matter whose kid it was. I was reaching for the wallet. I saw that. I was like, Kevin, stop. She's already had ice cream today.
No, he did that for my kids when we were at confinement too. I didn't have any cash on me when we were down, like, in the room.
Yeah.
And Liam found this cool little Star Wars toy. It was like $5. And Kevin, my space daddy, just pulls out his wallet. He's like, "Here you go."
Oh,
like, Kevin, I will pay you back.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
He was space grandpa.
Yeah. Nothing to do with it.
No, not at all.
That's awesome.
I have no shame, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, it's on TV. It's there to be ogled. So.
I mean,
yes. She's a Dean girl. He went to my high school.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, not while I was there. I'm significantly older than he is, but yeah, he went to my high school. Well, yeah, so that's really good info. That's really good. I think for me, a lot of times, what I'm with you on, like, the exercise, which is something that I haven't been as consistent about doing. Like, I made sure that I went out and went for a walk with Alicia today because the weather was kind of shitty and then I wasn't feeling good. And so, like, I had kind of let that slip by the wayside, and I can definitely feel a difference if I don't get that movement in, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think for me, exercise is a big one for that sort of like creative self-care. But also I find, and I was talking with Marisa about this. Did you go to Superstars? Were you at Superstars? Yes. Yeah. So I guess she had this really interesting conversation with, oh gosh, what's his name? He does the dragon panel where he draws. Yeah, James Owens. Great guy. Really fun, like, table companion, actually. Really nice. Good to eat dinner with. Yeah. But he I met him at 20 Books, and I guess Marisa was telling me that she and that he the two of them had a conversation, and where he was telling her, like, she was saying something about how she was getting ready to read the Vorkosigan saga by Lois McMaster Bujold as a reward once she turned in her novel to Baen. And he was like, that's great. He was like, but why wait? Read the stuff that is inspiring to you now. Let it inspire you and inform your work. And she told me that, and I was like, oh my God, Marisa, you just blew my mind. She's like, I know, he blew mine.
Yeah. She came out of that career counseling, and that was the first thing that came out of her mouth. And I'm like, oh my God, because I was doing the same thing. I was rewarding myself with, an episode of Supernatural or Shadow and Moat or whatever I was currently watching, or, whatever book I was reading after I hit my word count. She's like, don't treat your writing as like the chore. Make it the fun, keep it the fun thing, And I'm like, oh my God, he blew my mind. Like, vicariously mind blown.
Yeah, same. Like third order, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I've been kind of trying to lately, playing with that idea, trying to invest in activities that I find fun and inspiring, watching movies and shows and, playing video games and stuff like that too. Trying to keep that like creative spark, that creative energy alive. Mm-hmm. The other thing that I have realized that I've been doing lately, and I don't know how long this is going to last for me, but I have been working on a couple of projects simultaneously. And so I will alternate. I mean, when I'll run out of steam on one, then I'll flip and go to the other one and start working on that one for a while. Mm-hmm. And for now, that seems to be working pretty well. I'm not getting super like overwhelmed. But the downside is I'm not making, it slows down my progress on both because I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not always writing in the same manuscript or whatever. So.
Yeah. When Nick Steverson and I were co-writing our trilogy last year, it actually worked out really well because whenever he had it, I was able to work on Salvage Bunny too. So it was within the same universe and distinct enough characters that I was able to keep it separate. It also helped that it was different POV styles, like first person for Salvage Bunny, third person for Space Hyena shenanigans. But being able to flip flop between those projects definitely helped.
Yeah.
I think it's like just keeping that creative steam going.
Yeah.
And not getting bogged down.
Yeah. And you're right, Nico. This is not the first time I've done this, but sometimes I think it works better than others. Sometimes I do just get overwhelmed by the sheer number of projects that I'm trying to do all at once. And it kind of freaks me out. And then I like shut down and nothing gets done. It's super fun.
It is absolutely a thing because you never want to say no to something.
Yeah. But sometimes you have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was great advice from Kevin Eikenberry at FactoryCon last year, where he was like, I told you guys always say yes, but I was wrong. Sometimes you have to say no.
Yeah.
And just look at what one is good for, your goals, your personal goals, and two, what you can actually handle and still have a life.
Yeah. Very much so. Very much so. And that's really key too, is like, okay, well, what is going to move you forward? Because I mean, yeah, you get a lot of, I'm always very, very grateful to be invited to anthologies, and I'm honored that people, want to feature my work. But for the last couple of years, I've had kind of a short story moratorium going on where I'm like, I just can't, I have too many novel commitments. I got to focus on getting these things done. And I've sort of lightened up on that a little bit, but I'm still, I don't want to find myself in the place where I am churning out short story after short story after short story after short story. And meanwhile, my novel deadlines are getting closer and closer, and then further and further and further and further behind me. You know what I mean?
Stress levels rise because you've got too many commitments. And January ended up being like super tough. And it wasn't supposed to be. Nick and I had planned to have the third Space Hyenas book done in December, but our kids started school again back in September. We got a little behind our timeline, and it was a self-imposed deadline. It wasn't a big deal.
Sure. But those were still real because you planned your life around them.
Right. And then you had other commitments pile up. Bill, who was in the chat, asked me to do an LBU short story, which was awesome. Casey Moore's helped me out with that one. He's amazing for that. I owe him all the beer. And then Jamie Ibsen with his We Dare anthology was like, hey, need a story from you. I'm like, space pirates, I've got you. But then all that stuff piled up in January. I'm like, okay, all right, it's fine. I'm just going to take a couple days.
Are we back?
Yes, I think, maybe.
Okay. That was super interesting. It was like, boop, 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 boop.
Like, what's happening?
I don't even know.
Oh my! I overloaded StreamYard with all those projects. That's what happened.
Yeah. Sounds legit. Right. So you did a Space Pirates story for Jamie.
I did, and I loved that story. It was kind of like a older. Oh
no. Okay, you're back.
I'm back. All right. I might hotspot if I'm getting like really bad reception here.
Yeah, so Bill agrees. You can get overwhelming, when you have too many projects, for sure. So, yeah, you're freezing. Nico says, I'm just going to keep talking while you figure out your hotspot situation there, Melissa. Nico says, juggling work and writing and travel and parenting is the wheels might come off this bus yet. Yes. Whew. Hey, all there right. You are. Oh, I'm freeze framing. Am I back now? So I'm not getting a notification from StreamYard. You guys, I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna roll with it. It'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that meme of the dog sitting there going, "This is fine," and like everything's burning.
Everything's on fire.
That's
accurate.
Okay, cool. Hey, speaking of projects, I got something to show you guys. You ready? Look at that. Melissa, what is this?
This is Salvage Buddy 2, Nightfall Under Karos, and it comes out on the 31st. So, y'all, I'm so excited for this book. It is the sequel.
Yeah, just about a week, huh?
Yeah, it's the direct follow-on sequel to Sunrise Over Shippo. And it's I'm so happy for it. Ooh, and I've got a prop too.
Yeah.
I love that cover so much.
So I have a question, and I've never known the answer to this. It is a beautiful cover. It is 100% a beautiful cover. Where does Salvage Bunny come from?
So once again, we can thank Casey Moores. Everything is his fault. I swear to God. I realized the other day that half of the nicknames I've gotten in my life have come from that man. Like it started out with Tigger because I'm
dude. He's like a nickname virtuoso. Like that's his calling in life.
It just pops out of him, and you're like, well, yeah, I guess that actually works. So my main character Kaylee, she gets nicknamed Bunny by a couple of the mercenaries that are training her because she tends to freeze up like a bunny. And when I nicknamed her that, I did not foresee Casey going, "You're the Salvage Bunny now." But that's what happened. So I just rolled with it. Yeah. And now I'm the Salvage Bunny and Kaylee is the Salvage Bunny, and it's fine. It's great.
So this is in the same universe as Nick Steverson's work, but also Kevin Steverson's work, right?
Yes. Thank you, Kevin, for bringing that up.
That is not the Salvage.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Occasionally, sometimes, when you're talking, you say the wrong thing, and that's where we're going to leave it at, Kevin. Shit happens. Just it happens.
Yep, that's true. So anyway, if you haven't read Sunrise Over Shippo, it's available now. Go get it. And then next week, we will come back. Let me hang on. I can do this again. Oh, start it over again. Come back. No.
Come back, new cover.
There it is. Next week, check out Nightfall Under Kyros. Because is it Kyros or Karos? What am I saying?
Karos. I just made it up.
Karos.
So, pronunciation is weird.
I mean, that's why I asked you. You're the one who knows. So, nice. Be like Charlie. Set a reminder on your calendar.
Thank you.
And if you like it, which I'm sure you will, because it's, Melissa's a really good writer, leave a review, please. And thank you. That would be awesome. So does the ARC team have it yet?
I think so, yes.
Are you nervous?
I always get nervous. I don't think I'm ever not going to be nervous. And I've decided that's just part of it. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like I've published a fair few number of novels at this point, and every time once they're like, okay, the ARC team has it, it's like, okay, I hope they like it. Yeah.
It's fine. I just put my heart and soul in this. It's fine if you don't like it. Just don't tell me, okay?
Just please email me and don't put it on Amazon if that's the case.
Right. Oh my god. Bad reviews can be kind of fun too, though. I do like Larry Correa's method of turning it into like advertising. That's kind of fun. Somebody actually left a review on Sunrise Over Shippo saying it was well written, which that was nice. Yeah. But then he's like, it's pretty much just a chick flick. I'm like, I'll give you a chick flick, buddy.
So I also wrote a book in the Salvage universe, and I would show you a copy, but I don't have one because I think I sold them all. But for Salvage Mother that Kevin Steverson and I wrote together, we had a review that was like, this is a really great story, but I didn't like it because it jumps, the series jumps from one perspective, one story to another storyline to another storyline. It's like, well, yeah, bro, it's a series.
That's kind of how it works. Third universe thing.
Yeah. It's not going to all be the same story told over and over again because that would just be one book.
Tell me what you think.
Yeah. But yeah, it could be funny. My favorite bad reviews are the ones that are like on my anthologies that are like, I hate anthologies, but every story was really good, but I'm giving it 1 star because I hate anthologies. It's like, well, then why'd you buy
Why did you even read it?
If you don't like an anthology, don't buy an anthology. It's very simple, my friend.
I mean, it's like going, I don't like romances, but I picked up this romance and I read it and I hate it.
And I hate it because it's a romance. It's like,
what? But I'm so confused. So confused.
It's like sending back it's like sending back a steak being like, I ordered this steak, but I'm vegan. And so I hate this. You're like, okay. Well, you don't have to eat it.
maybe let's go back to if you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything at all.
That being said, I have had some comments in some reviews that, so Amazon, for whatever reason, flags a 3-star review as negative, which I don't know. I think it's kind of neutral, I guess, in my book. I mean, it's the middle, right? Like 1, 5, 3, right there in the middle. But anyway, I have had some comments on some of the 3 stars that I thought were actually fairly insightful. It's and to be honest, I don't get that many 3 stars. They're either like people either love it or hate it, right? But occasionally I'll get one where I'm like, oh, okay, that's worth considering. That's interesting, so I appreciate those.
Oh, feed actual constructive criticism, is amazing, and I will take that all day long. Because we never stop learning, right? We always want to keep improving. So I will gladly take any constructive criticism.
Yes,
I didn't like it. Well, okay, well, what didn't you like?
Yeah, I don't like anthologies. Oh, well, okay. It's an anthology.
Thanks.
It's like saying I don't like space stories. Like, oh, okay. Well, sorry. This is not for you then.
This is a sci-fi story, my friend.
Right. And it's set in space. So
the spaceship on the cover, bro. That should have been a clue bird.
So what are you working on now? Now that you've finished Salvage Bunny 2, you working on, is there a 3 in the works?
I am at 25,000 words as of today on Salvage Bunny 3.
Congratulations.
There is no book hangover. There's no book hangover if you just keep writing, right?
That's fair. That's
a direct Jason Cordova quote there. So I'm stealing that from him, using it forever.
Oh, you froze. I missed it. I'm sorry. You froze again.
Oh, I said that was a direct Jason Cordova quote, and I'm stealing it from him and using it forever. There's no book hangover if you just keep writing.
As you should. That's valid. That's totally valid. So, well, that's exciting. So, how many books in the Salvage Bunny arc are we looking at here? Any idea?
So this one will be a trilogy, because that's Kevin Steverson's rule. Like, trilogies. That man is all about trilogies. I think I'm up to 4 trilogies that I owe him now. Like, Hyenas is done. That was 1. Salvage Bunny is 2. Nick and I have another trilogy that we're gonna do. I think we're kind of keeping it a little hush hush right now, but basically it's all of our characters: Salvage Bunny crew, his space dragons, and our space hyenas, and bring in Harmon and the salvage system guys. So Kevin Stevenson's going to work on it with us. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Kind of like a gladiator tournament kind of thing on Shane Ra. So it's
very cool.
Be awesome.
Well, I got a pilot character if you want one of those to come and play. So
yes, I will not say no.
We'll talk. What? Is this true? March 31st and May?
Yes, and actually.
Holy smokes. What do you have coming out?
So Nick Steverson and I, we did this on purpose. We wrote our Space Hyenas trilogy back to back to back, and then we turned them in all at once so we could do rapid release. So that's May, June, and July is our three Space Hyena books.
That's exciting. Have you released titles yet?
We have not really. We're holding back the titles for 2 and 3. I'll have to check with Nick on book 1. I know somebody knows it because they've been commenting on Facebook. This guy is like super fan excited, and it just makes me like super excited.
Yeah.
We actually we finished up edits on the first one this weekend.
Cool.
And we were like reading through it and just cackling like hyenas, just laughing our butts off. So if we can make ourselves laugh, then hopefully everybody else will think it, at least is half as funny as we do.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be hilarious. You guys are both super funny. So I know you and Nick, like your process for writing is he'll do a section and then you'll take it and you'll do a section and then he'll do a section and then you'll do a section. How does that translate to the editing process?
So when we're writing, he'll word vomit out like 8,000 words in like 5 minutes. I swear to God.
Yeah, he's fast.
And I'll take he is super fast, but that's because he spends all day driving a truck and he has all the time to think and he gets to, straighten his head and then he just, and he's done. But then I'll go through his section and I'll add to it and I'll blend it. I'll add like my spin and he'll do the same with mine. So by the time we're done with it, I'll be like, I know I started this section, but I don't know who wrote what here anymore, which is perfect.
Yeah, that's great because it's a more unified voice.
Yes, that was our goal.
Yeah.
We do switch POV, but it wasn't just, I wrote a lot of Reggie's stuff, our male main character. He wrote a lot of Maddie's stuff, my female hyena character. And we kind of did the same thing with edits. We just did like constant video calls on Messenger and we just shared my screen and we went through the edits together.
Yeah.
And it made it a lot more fun because, edits suck. They do kind of. It can be soul crushing. Like, oh my God, I truly do not understand commas at all, apparently. I try, but they're evil little things.
Yeah.
No, we have fun editing.
Yeah, I remember when Marisa and I were doing the Depic books in the Four Horsemen universe, we would do our edits on video chat too. And we would get them and I would literally read the manuscript out loud over the video chat. And then we would fix things as we went. And it was kind of tedious, but it was actually kind of fun too. Cause it was like, okay, now it's time to hang out with my friend for, a couple of hours and do this thing. So
it does make it more fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that is awesome, man. I'm so excited for you. This is like the summer of Melissa.
I'm excited. This is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that'll be great, man. Let's talk about conventions. Where are you going to be this weekend?
I'm going to be at Fantasy in Raleigh, and I am so excited.
You are? I'm so excited for you.
I am also so very sad that you're not going to be there.
No, I'm sorry.
Everybody else, but work, day job, that stuff always comes first. Family, so we get it. And
I know, I'm sad, but that's okay. It'll be fine. There will be, there will be next year, and I'll see you guys soon enough. So let's talk about what you're going to be doing, though. How's your schedule?
My schedule is awesome. I have like zero complaints. I'm on 7 different panels. Nice. I think the one I'm looking forward to the most is the not safe for work romance panel that Marisa is running. It's going to be such a good time. Quick story: when the first panel I was on with Heather with HP Hollow,
she's awesome.
She's amazing. I love her so much.
Yeah.
It was a panel on how to fake being an extrovert for introverts. I'm not sure how I ended up on that panel because I'm like an extroverted introvert. Like I'm not really an introvert, but it's entirely my fault and Heather's fault that we waylaid it into talking about romance because, sex sells and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And certain people have not forgiven us for that. And neither of us are on that panel this year. It's so weird.
So I saw that comment on Facebook about, oh, look, we're not on this panel. And I was wondering about the backstory on it, but yeah, that's funny.
We derailed it hard.
Pun totally intended, I'm sure.
Absolutely. 1,000%.
That's awesome. John is going to be there. So that's cool. Yeah, awesome. I know. I'm even more sad, but that's okay. We're not going to talk about that. Charlie heard a rumor about a tattoo. Can you confirm or deny? Do you wish to confirm or deny?
I will 100% confirm because I am all the excited about this. So, fun story. Our mutual friend Haley is getting her, first tattoo, and she didn't want to go by herself because who wants to go by themselves? I have 3, and I have never gone by myself
Yeah.
because I mean, lame and scary.
It's a group activity.
So, yeah, so it group fun, right? Bonding. It's like girls sleepover stuff, braiding hair, painting nails, tattoos. But so we've actually been thinking about tattoos, and I'm like, I'm getting a phoenix, and she's like, shut up, I'm getting a phoenix.
Oh, that is funny. I didn't realize you guys were getting the same thing.
Yeah, they'll look a little bit different. Mine's going to be colorful. Hers is going to be like, black ink and super cute.
Yeah.
And because you're not unfortunately able to make it, Marisa asked me to fill in for you for the Phoenix Feast.
Yes.
On Saturday.
That's
as
funny.
One of the Madden's Dice.
Yes. Yeah.
And we would appreciate it if people showed their enthusiasm for the Phoenix Feast, but getting a Phoenix tattoo is not a requirement, y'all.
That is commitment.
Total coincidence, but we're running with it.
Yeah, sure. Take it. Oh, sorry, I'm binging over here. I forgot to close my messenger. Well, that's awesome. So you're going to be you are going to be Madam Vice along with Marisa for the Phoenix Feast. What is the Phoenix Feast?
So we used to have, it's basically it was a dining out. It was like the 4 horsemen dining out that we would do every Saturday at Fantasy. And this year it's been turned over to Joel Lyons, the Lion. And he's going to be hosting it as the president of the mess. And he wanted something a little bit more informal and fun. Yeah. And I'm like, Joel, you're talking about a combat dining out. We can do this.
Yeah.
So we went through the script together, Marisa and I, and we came up with some fun rules and games and stuff. So it should be a good time.
Yeah.
We're going to celebrate the Phoenix Initiative with the 4HU, with the 4 Horsemen universe, which is kind of like the next series that just started.
Yeah. So the way Marisa explained it to me was that like this, first of all, this is something that is open to all fans of the 4 Horsemen universe. And even if you're not a fan of the 4 Horsemen universe, I think you can still go, like, but it's not just for the fan group. And so that was something that I know that they wanted to emphasize, was that it's, this is all inclusive. It's for everyone, anyone who wants to come and have a good time. And then the other thing is that like the sort of in-story like frame for the whole event was that it was, the Phoenix Initiative are the first set of contracts that have gone out since the reforming of the Mert Guild under Nigel Shirazi, excuse me. Sorry. And these are the people who've gone out and done those contracts and they made it back. And so it's like, hey, good job. You made it. Let's have a feast. So I think it sounds like a super good time. And I kind of wish video was allowed. Phoenix has been sold out for months and months, so that's great news. But yeah, if you weren't able to get a thing this year, I'm live, babe. Sure, thank you. All right, yes. Hi. Yeah, so it's been sold out for this year, but if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I think it'll be back next year. So I think so. Stay tuned for that. depending on how it goes. If you guys don't burn the place down.
Karaoke might be more dangerous than the Phoenix Feast. We'll see.
Ooh, tough call. I don't know. That'd be one for the Jonna. I'm going to need you to do a read on this one. Which is more dangerous, karaoke or the Phoenix Feast? Report back to me after Fantasy, please. Let me know.
We'll see which one gets us complaints from the hotel. Hopefully neither.
That's right.
Y'all gotta shut it
down. Okay, so you're going to Fantasy. Where else are you going to be this year?
I will be at LibertyCon with you.
Yes.
And Marisa, and like pretty much all of CKP. So I'm looking forward to that one. That's probably the closest thing I have to a home con because it's just on the other side of the state because I'm in Tennessee. So that one is going to be great. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get to go down to Tallahassee for InfinityCon in July with Nick Steverson and Ian Malone, who just had an awesome release.
He did. Oh my God, that book is
so good.
It is so good. So I had read it, and then he and I did our video together on this channel, which I can link in the description. And he was talking about it, and I was like, Ian, I need to read your book. like, I really want to read it. So I emailed Chris, like, literally as soon as we got off the video, I was like, hey, can I have a copy of Ian's book? I'll do a quote for it. And he's like, sure, here you go. And so I got to read it, and I was so excited. It was so good. It was like, yeah, Charlie says she's not a football fan, and she loved it. It's like, it was exactly what I needed at that point in time, because it's such a, like, feel good, like, it has so much heart. Yes. And it's such a, like, it's one of those stories that, like, restores your faith in humanity. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, I lost you.
I'm back, I think.
Okay, you're back. Yeah, Steverson agrees. Kevin agrees. You can't put it down. You cannot put it down. It's so good. So good. So great addition to the salvage universe. 100%. Yeah, I knocked it out of the park. I don't know. Hit it in the end zone. Hit it from full court. What other kinds of sports metaphors? Come on. We got some more.
Home run?
Yeah. Some kind of happened. 3 things happened. I don't know. So yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just
we're having issues.
And I do apologize, guys, but, like, there isn't anything I can do. I've tried. So okay, so you're gonna be at LibertyCon in Chattanooga. Oh yeah, hole in one. That's another one. Thanks.
Nice.
You're gonna be at LibertyCon in Chattanooga, which will be awesome and super fun. And then you said hopefully
InfinityCon
in July. And then after that, anything?
After that, maybe DragonCon. Maybe that is entirely dependent on Dan's schedule. He said, and I quote, "Don't hold your breath." Because it's Labor Day weekend. I mean, anything that's a holiday weekend is really hard for him. So we'll see.
It turns out people are going to DragonCon, so he's got stuff to do.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. If I can make it, it's an easy drive. So I'll try and make that one, and then FactoryCon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
FactoryCon's definite.
Yeah. We my family really enjoyed FactoryCon more than I think they were expecting to. So I know Easy had a ball fishing, and loved getting to meet Dan and some of the other normal people who got dragged by their writer spouses to FactoryCon.
You're not going to talk about books every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's get a drink.
Yeah. I think like 4 or 5 times during the weekend. Did you do this too? Like, I kept turning and seeing, and there was Easy, and there was Dan, and there were the beers, and I was like, okay, good. You found someone to play with.
That's right. I'm like, that first night, he's like, you kept abandoning me. I'm like, you were talking to somebody, and I was bouncing around like a freaking bunny, just so excited to see everybody that I kind of did abandon him a few times, but then he made friends, and it was great.
He's a big boy. He'll be fine.
Exactly. Come on, honey, you got
this. Your husband's awesome. I really enjoyed meeting him, and your kids are adorable. So
adorable monsters.
Yes, well, sure. That's legit. That's fair. And I was very glad. Like, I really appreciated the way that Moira met Alicia and was like, "Oh, hey, okay, let's be friends. Come on." And Alicia was like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna go be friends."
Kids really do have it easier. They're like, "Hey, you want to be my best friend?" Yeah, sure. Let's be best friends.
Girl, I do that all the time.
Oh, yeah, you do. Like, we're friends now, right? Okay.
Yeah, I just walk up to people and be like, hey, guess what? We're friends. So that's how Katie Cross and I became friends. That's how Bridget Correa and I became friends. There's several people where I'm just like, we're besties now, right? Like that's just the way it is.
This is a thing. There's no stopping it.
Oh, Nico, we miss you at DragonCon. My friend Nico lives in the Netherlands now. But before she and her family moved out there, she would come down. She's from Canada originally, and yeah, she was one of our DragonCon crew. I think you might have met her one year actually.
I think so. Her name and her face is very familiar.
Yeah. She made all that like really cool chainmail jewelry that I used to have. So
I still have mine.
I still have it.
It might, and it's gorgeous. I love that stuff. Oh, that was Nico.
Yeah, that's Nico. That was Nico. I don't think she does chainmail anymore, but she's a jeweler now, and she does like gems and stuff. She's always posting like these beautiful gems. So it's up for discussion this year. Oh, dude, keep us posted. That would be so cool to see you, honey. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I hope you don't mind. I just called you honey, but there you have it. Charlie says resistance is futile. I mean, kind of. If you look at me and you're like, I don't want to be your friend, then I'll be like, okay, I guess you don't have to be my friend. But
those are weird people. We shall not talk about
But I do enjoy making friends, and I find that as an adult, when you go up to someone and you're like, hey, you want to be friends? Most of the time they're like, fuck yeah, I want to be friends. That's awesome. Yeah.
I remember like when we were heading down range, you did that when we were at the deed. You're just like, y'all are my friends now. And we just had this group and we're just going around all over the place. You like,
I do remember that. Yeah. It was like, okay, this, yes, us 4 or 5 or whatever, we're going to go. I don't even remember what we were doing, but yeah.
I don't remember. It was all very much a sleep deprived blur because you shifted your body clock directly opposite of what it should be. But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Melissa is an Air Force veteran, just like me. And when was it your first deployment too?
It was.
Yeah. So her first deployment, my only deployment, we had already been friends. We'd already been to DragonCon together a couple of times, but I showed up at the airport was it Charleston, I think? And she was like, holy shit, Casey Ezel. And I turned and there's my friend Melissa. And I was like, oh my God, are you going to, are you on this flight? And she was like, yeah. I was like, dude, me too. Or she was like, cool, let's sit together. And so we did. And it was awesome. And because we were 2 girls, we got moved. We got moved from like the very back of the plane up front because we were girls. It's super sexist. And it was just because they wanted to look at girls. But
it was hilarious. Like that. I remember like somebody came to the back of the plane, like, I heard there's 2 captains back here. And
yeah.
You're like, hey.
Yeah. And it had nothing to do with the fact that we were captains. It had everything to do with the fact that we were women. Everything.
Like, we're literally like in ABUs with like full, like, all this gear. They did not care.
Nope.
Was not complaining at all. But yeah, no, running into you in the airport was like so crazy.
Yeah. Do you remember we landed in like Romania or something and they wouldn't let us get off the plane because of like swine flu? Do you remember that?
Oh my God. And we're all just so sad. We're like, why? Why are we still sitting here on the tarmac, not able to get off this goddamn plane?
We were there for like 4 hours and it was so hot. And so they like opened up the doors. And so we're all like sitting on the air stairs. Do you remember that too?
Oh yeah. It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. And then we arrived at the deed and then like, I think you left the deed before I did because like 1 minute, we were there, we were together, we were like inseparable. And the next minute you're like, okay, I got to go. And then I didn't see you again for like years.
Bye.
Hashtag Air Force life.
Right? You have the best friends ever and they're all over the world. Best of luck finding them.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah, exactly. The good news is when you do see them, you tend to pick right back up. But
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, so funny. So funny. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. We've been talking for almost an hour. That's awesome. See, this is why you are the gift. You came on my channel and saved the day because I'll be honest with you guys, I was feeling super low energy and like, oh, I don't feel good. I don't want to do that. I mean, I did want to. I wanted to do the live stream, but I didn't feel like I was going to be able to like bring my A game because, you know, I just haven't been feeling well. And so I like phoned a friend. I was like, Melissa, please come be on my live stream with me.
Like, let me shove food in the kids' faces. I got you.
So yes, delicious rum drinks when next we meet for sure. Tell people where they can find you if they don't already know.
So I am all about copying people's homework. So if you go to melissaolthoff.net, you will notice that it looks suspiciously like Marisa Wolf's website because I straight up copied her website. You can find me there. You can find me on Facebook. I'm at Melissa Olthoff and then Melissa Olthoff-author. Most of my, Facebook page posts are public, so you don't even need to be my friend to see what craziness I'm up to. I'm more or less on Twitter, but I pretty much ignore it. So Facebook, if you want to find me, is probably your best bet.
Awesome. And next week we've got Nightfall Under Keros coming out on the 31st. So get ready for that. Set your reminders. Be like Charlie. Don't forget. Get it. Love it. Write an awesome review. And if you haven't read Sunrise Over Shippo, get that now, so that you can be ready for book 2 when it comes out next week. So, oh, you guys are so cute. Thank you. I love you guys too.
Oh,
so, cool. All right. So let's see hey, let me put in a plug real quick. If you are not on my Discord, you are missing out. So in order to become a member of my private Discord channel, all you have to do is join my website join my mailing list on my website. Link is in the description below, and you should do that. And that way you can come, and it sounds like I'm talking to Melissa, but really I'm talking to the audience because I think Melissa's already a member. But come join my mailing list, get some free stories, get a link to the Discord, come to the Discord, hang out, and chat with us. And we do like AI art prompt challenges, and we do discussions about creativity and life, and we celebrate each other's wins, and it's just a really fun, positive place. So please, if you have not already done so, sign up for my mailing list, get the link. If you are a member of my mailing list and you're like, what link? Every time you get an email from me, there are the little social media links at the top and the bottom. One of them looks like a little Xbox controller. That's the Discord link. You can go on there. I'm actually going to start, I think, featuring it in a bigger button on the web or on my newsletters that go out, because I'd really like to see more people coming and hanging out. It's a really great place. Charlie's on there. She's one of our admins, and she does a really great job of keeping things going, keeping the discussion moving and stuff. So yeah, come check that out. Let's see. Have fun at Fantasy this weekend, and good luck with everything. I know you'll do great as Phoenix Feast, Madam Vice, and thank you. Thank you again for joining me. You saved my bacon. So, you guys, go get Melissa's book next week, and good luck and have fun for those of you going to Fantasy, and tell her hi from me, I guess. Tell each other hi from me. Yeah. And if you like this video, give us the Chuck Yeager thumbs up, and we will see you later. I'm Casey Zell, and this is my writer life. Bye.